And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time, Frostpunk 2. I did a quick Google between parts here, and as far as I'm aware, I'll do a more in-depth Google, but as far as I'm aware, there is no way to avoid those 3 deaths. And there's one more upcoming that will be unavoidable. Spoilers, you can't stop the guy who gets knifed at the beginning of the Civil War. Everyone else, I think, can be safe. So if we can keep the death total to 4, I think that is good enough. So yeah, how's the state of... Where do we want to start? So we want to send you enough workers to bring the oil well to full power. We got 60% workers here. So you want 1,000. So you want another 300 workers or so in the city. In particular, we can send another 300 or so workers to the city. We'll say 400. I think I can get 400 in there and get it to fit without any problems. So send 400 people to Dreadnought. Turn you... Okay, no matter how I turn you on, you don't make enough. Oh no, you make enough either way. Okay, so if I do a... No, I'd rather do the oil. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, we can send more here. So we can do the frost breaking a little bit faster. So I can stick 250 there. I round that up to 300 plus another 400. No, we did 600. I think we get another 600 in here. So let's get another 600 into Winterhome. We'll need to rebalance the food when that's done, but let's get 600 more shipping. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yep. I got 20 explorers. What do I do with those 20 explorers? 25, you're 25. Got people out there. You're 25, you're 25, you're 25. Okay, so until I get 25, where I don't got anything to do. Back to London. Okay, crew arrived. No, that wasn't this one that arrived. Arrived at the... Oh, that was scouts arriving. Okay, so we got 25 scouts, so we can get scouting the next spot. Okay, people arriving. So I have enough to at least bring you up another tier. Not quite enough to get you more than that. And I don't have more housing, so that's as good as we're gonna get. So I can ship 46 less coal, I think. Yeah. Nope, we had a district sabotage. And I don't have the workforce to make it work of all things. But I sent you... Oh, those people haven't arrived yet. Fair enough. Fix the district. Don't need the steam cores that aggressively. For some reason it turned off one of the housing districts. Please house the people, please. Swap you to prefabs because we've got stockpiled goods. You're bringing one of the food districts back online. No, we'll run the deficit on the food for the moment. Okay. So, people have arrived. And that's actually the people I need to work the security posts, I suppose, to prevent more sabotage. There's actually an argument to get more housing in here. Could put some housing blocks in, for example. Or just go for a whole new hab stat setup. Let's do another hab setup. I can ship more people in. Cursing the pilgrims. Tension is continuing to rise. Here's our watchtower, so we need a new specialty version of it. And I need 2 of them. Let's take some of the workers back from here to get it being built.
Our researchers have developed a new idea and await their next task.
Far edge explored. Crashed Hulk. Holes material, don't need that yet. Thin ice for some more food. Reverberating wreck. Came to this particular wreck after tapping on the hull. Descending to the decks, they found no living soul, but discovered an automaton tapping the SOS on the hull after 30 years. Scouts have nicknamed the machine the Tap Dancer. We're gonna salvage its core. Instead of going for autonomous workforce. the valley over there. Yeah, we'll start exploring the valley. Is there anything else we want research-wise? It says we're going to use the geothermal. We'd want the geothermal plant. Might be useful. Surveillance hub provide guards. So just reduce crime. Just reduces crime. Okay. Okay, got the housing district down. Disturbances are done. Insulate the district. And more importantly, ship another 1,100 in. Unless some of the population moved around. It looks like they did. Ship another 1,200 in. Yeah, I think it's one of the 1,200 being shipped. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the safe frost breaking, which is what we're going to start to gamble on. Oh, I'm not going to gamble on it because I don't know the workers. Got to wait until the workers arrive. Managing his wounds. Sent to Winterhome has radicalized some citizens here. Okay, more people have arrived. So we can begin operating you. And obviously we need more food. Goods shipped in. Let's ship in another 100 coal. I can't quite ship that in, which is a shame. And I know there's an event that makes all the breaking safe. Although if you are actively doing frost breaking at that time, then it breaks things. We're going to just do a quick save. Here, I'm not going to make it a particularly fancy name save, just a quick save. Because we're far enough in, I would not be surprised if that event's pending. But at the same time, I don't want to stop. I don't want to continue waiting for it. Get the first toxic gas spring being developed. So in 3 weeks, you'll have all the cores extracted. And then I can disassemble that district. Okay, then from the warming up there, we can save quite a bit of fuel. Go for an expansion here to get a little bit more housing.
that neither cigar smoke nor incense has been proven to mitigate toxic gas inhalation.
Neither poison nor the other poison are useful for helping with the poison. Yeah. How about describes that? Tesla crater depleted and Ashtop Mountain explored. The Old Empire, possible settlement. Over the snowy valley towers an opulent manor, complete with marble ballroom and indoor pool of hot spring water. Our scouts walked straight past the classical library and the Turner seascapes to be amazed by fur coats and felting gear in the servants' quarters, as well as silver shining knives and leatherworking tools. The scouts wanted to take the boots and coats home, but the commanders agreed. We should use these samples and these tools to set up a factory reproducing the works of the old world. Then everyone in New London will have fur coats and winter waterproof boots. Yeah, prepare to build an outpost here that produces goods. That sounds like a great plan. IEC storage. Sheds, steel shed sits by small crevasse. Its doors rested shut. The letters IEC embossed across its surface. The scouts managed to cut away and found a store of cores and tower pumps. Parts went to use to construct a generator. Go. Launch the expedition to the coast. And then I do want to construct a skyway here. Getting off the mountains of pain. Here we are, we got the flat land and the existing road. It's gonna take 4 weeks. Miracle Valley explored. ICE sailors, so not IEC, which I've been trying to say is ice. This is actually ice sailors. Our first contact with these people are very reluctant to talk to our scouts, and when we shared rations and alcohol to warm up, they opened up. They're master forgers with ingenious sail-powered sledges they use to move around the Frostland fast. However, they seem to be obsessed with finding certain medical mosses and cave mushrooms that can be found in the area, obsessed to the point of neglecting finding regular food. We can try to help them find the caves, or discourage them and make them go home to their families. Access to harvesting site, supplying more food. Supplying less food, we can bring the people new to London. Come back later. Ice sailor families. These shelters are inhabited by the only women and children clad in furs. It seems their main occupation is construction, repair, or distinctive sledges with sails for the foraging men. Husbands barely come home, one of the grandmother explains, and when they do, they are out of their minds. Bring the women and children to New London, but many refuse to leave, their eyes watching for sails on the horizon. Okay, so if I want to bring them all, I have to accept that we get less on this deposit, which is fine. Make them go home. Then we can take them all in. Do.
Have surveyed new areas.
So I'm going to need a lot more guards in the main city. That is one thing we've got coming up that I need to be aware of.
Steward.
And I need something like 200 guards. We got 80. So I need to get around preparing to build and employing up for supporting quite a few of either these or these. These provide 15 guard squads. These provide 20. Okay, so I need 6 of these. I could currently, with our current staff, work 5. mostly heat stamps that I don't have right now. Although, if I go hat in hand...
Steward.
Go hand in hand in 12 weeks. Okay, so we're not going to rush to do that. We'll think about doing that in 12 weeks. And I've got more housing here from the expansion. 520. Yeah, need like 500 more people in here. Without any problems. Nope. Wanted the people transfer. It's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you are done, so we can disassemble you. And the prefabs from that is going to let me start a chunk of soft, safe frost breaking. Gotta get all the way to the end there. Okay, we've got 20 explorers. How many do I need for the remaining places? 25, 25, 25. Who'd have guessed I would not have enough? Oh, and you can be leveled up. Yeah, I think I got the workforce for that. Expand. Need more prefabs, so we could expand that again. That's, of course, diverting oil, is I think what it's complaining about. Yeah, which I was oversupplying at the time anyway. And then I can send 130 coal back. Okay. Still probably want more prefabs, so we can finish upgrading that. There's people arriving here, so we definitely got people here ready to do stuff. Oh, and I should rebalance the goods. Get a little bit more food. And more goods. Start exploring the mountains. I got 2 more places to explore, and I think we're done. How much prefabs do I need? 500, 600 something. Frostland teams. No, I just need Frostland teams. I need my Frostland teams to come back from the exploration. Okay. Often saying, hi. Drinking bleach reduce poisoning syndrome. Yeah, don't... Like, smoking to deal with poisoned air is not going to help.
Colony, the city appreciates your efforts. Keep it up.
Okay, so we just had our exploration complete. Shifting coast. Seal colony. Once believed lost in the harsh grip of the frost, the miraculous return of the seals fills our scouts' hearts with wonder. While their meat is valuable, some believe we should let the colony grow until the seals once again become a common sight along the shores. Hunt the seals, creates a gathering site for food, or we just get a bonus to Frostlanders and Pilgrims, which is what I'll do. Prove some relations. A fragrant find. Atop a glacier found sealed crates marked the stamp of the Imperial Exploration Company. Each was tied with some sort of sail, long worn out by the subsequent winds. The scouts' commanders think it is possible the crates were once dropped from our airship. Tingling with anticipation, the scouts open to find towels and toiletries, fragrances from a dead world they never smelt before. As silly as it sounds, they might find might go some way to improving the lives of New London, or be broken down to produce some other product. One-off wave of goods. Not too worried about that right now. Plague shacks. If I have experimental treatment law, we can first inoculate ourselves so we don't get disease from this. I don't need the people that badly to introduce a disease. Expand the manufactory. I'll have to revisit the shipment going out to Winterhome because it's now getting less oil. Yeah. There we go. And that should have helped with the good shortage in the capital. In fact, it's overcorrected for the good shortage in the capital.
A new territory has been charted.
Okay, let's have the first frost breaking done. Okay. Let's follow that up with our first fume filtration district. Let's grab the increased yield tech and any materials being produced here to keep the fumes under control. Each of the three fume plates are going to eat 100 materials a day. I'm going to try to meet it with producing materials here. Let's go a little faster. Go. Toxicity dropped to notable. It's going to increase back up to severe in a week. And then the plugs, other than the material upkeep, don't require ongoing workers, which is nice to see. And an exploration complete. Timber kiln. Nomads, possible settlement. Huge sawmills and kiln used by the group nomads that produce oil from frozen lumber. Editors believe they could make the machine much more efficient. If we can get on speaking terms with these nomads, we could share the machine, offering them some of the supplies, otherwise we could take it by force. Well, we respected their site. So we're on good terms with them. Given the recent dealings, we may come to agreement. We will have access to the machine's output, we'll have to share it with the nomads. Fine with that. 70 oil. Ooh. Ice caves, nomads. The site of this is guarded by deck silhouette, which turns out to be nomadic people in this area. Clanking and grinding sounds echo over the ice. In the distance, we can see the entrance to the ice caves. Some nights we also hear violent shouting, but nothing more terrifying than those that pass the eerie silence. Nomad's guards signal that we should not approach. We can only listen and wonder. Convince them to let us pass. We'll convince them to let us pass. Okay, the nomads invited our scouts into their homes. They didn't say much, but from what the scouts saw, the caves are a place for different bands to trade food and supplies. The efficiency of which the nomads used oil for lighting and heating was particularly impressive. As a gift, their elders offered sketches of their oil heaters, some of their simplest devices, yet more advanced than anything in our own homes. Cold is slightly decreased. Okay. Oil will be very... a site for oil will be very useful.
Our scouts have surveyed new areas.
Toxicity increases to severe, so we're back up to where it was. We got it there for another 45 weeks. Okay, say frost breaking done. Only do 5. Which gets us there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think it's going to be 2 cycles more regardless. Do I wait? I'm only going to wait for like 1 more week worth of resources, so we'll do that. 1 more tick on the prefabs and we can go the distance. Okay. Oh, what is this event? Toxic gas rises. Steward, the workers at Winterhome won't stop coughing. We schedule breaks, we cycle shifts, we haul them out from the depths by the cartload, but they still gasp in the clean air. There's nowhere to escape it, nowhere to get relief. It's as if this toxic rot clings their lungs. We want to spare them, we have to pull them out soon. People are afraid. Need to endure. Thinking ahead. Steward, you had the presence to task a researcher of creating the perfect worker for Winterhome some time ago. Because of your foresight, lives will be saved. Well done. Now it's the perfect moment to utilize your apex workers. That does what? I'll pause for a moment. Hold your breath, kids. Okay, so we're still on safe frost breaking. Hopefully, we just had the event that I think would normally give us the casualties if we were frost breaking and we went from safe to one type. So we'll do the thing just in case. I'm doing a quick save here just in case I'm wrong. But we can get back to frostbreaking. Fortified Ridge explored. I think it's the last place to explore. The Woodsman, shipwreck camp. The sounds of sawmills can be heard miles before reaching the small commune of escaped conflicts. Each worker is paid equally regardless of seniority, and they each wear the same uniform, even when not on shift. It seems they were once organizers of the shipwreck camp, but many thought they were corrupt, and the new gang forced them to leave out of town. So if we put the Woodsman back in charge, we can receive some sawmills here. Textiles factory, shipwreck camp. The factory's machinery has all been taken away, but thousands of uniforms lie in the warehouse, neatly sorted into rows according to size. Delivery schedule shows the clothes were to be sent to the shipwreck camp. Last deliveries are marked as refused. Uniforms are simple, but made from quality yarn. In any case, too many clothes are better than not enough. Take the uniforms, use a scrap, or come back later. We'll come back later. I don't need either of those choices right now. And that's in reference to this event. So if we reinstate the old ones, we have to be quality. If I arm these people, we can support New Year's leadership to install them. I'm not really that interested in either of those choices. I'm in fact more interested in the oil. Improve the machine requires more prefabs. Although we've reached an important point. Other than getting that machine to be better, I don't think I need as many Frostland teams. Although I could potentially... No, you're just faster exploration cost. Probably too late there. Even you're probably not super useful, but... I suppose I can turn you on. Let's turn you on. And I could create a settlement here to get more stockpile space. I really don't need more stockpile space. We can do that for a little bit of tension. Actually, I have enough. My tension's low enough, right? Oh, tension. So I'd have a little bit of tension. Which is going to get higher, regardless of what I do. I think that's probably worth running up a bit then. Get those 300 prefabs. So we can get the oil flowing. Okay, prefabs have arrived. Should allow me to level you up at least once, if not twice. Great Kiln settlement. We share the site with the local nomads, some of them curious about our society and become de facto members of our settlement. Further improve the machine. Welcome this group of nomads of their own settlers, and follow their suggestions. There we go. Okay, let's do a coal for oil swap. There we go. So now we can see what we have surplus. So I definitely don't need to run the coal mine, given the moment. I might run the farm a little faster. Oh, I'd run the farm faster if I had more workers. That is what we're lacking. We're lacking workers right now, which I suppose is a good problem to have. Could even ship some more back from here if I was really desperate. The main city is growing, although we're only halfway to the next growth level. Notable and growing. Okay, so I might have to set up a hospital here. Get that under control that way. We don't want anyone dying to death or dying to disease at this point. And when thinking about it, at this point, unless I set up more stuff in the Frostlands, I don't need as many exploration teams. So you provide 32 teams. I can't turn you all the way off, but I can turn you most of the way off. The alternative is I can drop you to livable. Lose the warm bonus. Save the... although I'm not saving anything by saving the fuel. Continue using the fuel. There we go. That gets me some workers. So I can then turn the farm up a bit. Do that. This is positive on everything. And then the residual 200 probably want to become guards. Probably want even more than just guards at that point. Oh, 195. Never mind.
The Pilgrims welcome anyone willing to learn heat suit layering and sewing methods.
Steward.
And it just warmed up, which means I have even more surplus fuel. That should be a everywhere thing, yeah. Okay, we're stocking fuel. I suppose we're waiting for that frost breaking, so we'll turn the speed up. Okay. Do the next safe frost breaking. Yeah, okay, we're one short. So yeah, there's two more either way. Got everything we need for... well, except the prefabs for the next one of you. There we go. There's the prefabs. We get some more reduction in fumes. And now those 600 people I can send back to New London to work my guard posts. Yeah, I think we send them back. So it's 600 workers worth of people I am sending back. That much. Send them back. More people live among us. Okay. We're gonna quickly grab a housing block. That'll solve the housing, and then I need to get to 200 people, or 200 guards. That's not going to get me there. So I'm actually going to have to build another housing district. So I can have the space. So we'll get started on that housing district then.
Report any suspicious behavior to your local...
Okay, I think that will get me close enough. These guys are really grumpy. I get where they're coming from. At this point, we're just going to accept they're going to be grumpy because we're about to have the Civil War start. Song Jung Min is saying hello, hello. Hello to you. Got one more safe frost breaking here, and we're going to start sealing the last location in Winterhome. Colder season has arrived. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so that's all we need to heat this place. Well, it looks like this place is heavily complaining about disease. Yeah. Okay, can I afford to get more hospitals here? That's all your workforce. Okay. Oh, no, I need that workforce. Never mind, we're just going to suffer for the 15 weeks or so it takes for the housebreaking. You know, we're running a coal stockpile and we've got 39 weeks at the current burn rate. The place will warm up before then. Back to diminishing. Gas grows more deadly. Good thing we're about to solve the gas problem.
Take precaution.
That's why I needed. I actually need one more worker. Yoink it from you because I don't need the people anymore. We get the fume filtration, like so. So now the question is, do I have enough guards? That is going to be the question. We're going to have martial law to give us a boost. But we're going to see if we have enough guards. Because we're about to enter Chapter 5. Restoration to Winterhome. All the toxic gas springs have been closed. The toxic gas no longer threatens Winterhome. What many once saw as a cursed, desolate land, you have made inhabitable. This miracle proves that we can settle anywhere. Once the cursed city will become a springboard from which we will expand even further. Frostland can indeed become our home. Winterhome is safe. It wants me to have 9,000 people here and keep cold, hunger, and disease at bay. So let's deal with the goods. That's an easy click a button and it's done. Wants me to have more people. I'm not necessarily going to solve the people problem right away. I'm also not sure I need to solve the people problem. Because I think the chapter end will happen relatively quickly. I could ship more people back, but I think I do need them in the end. At this point we start safe for us breaking a whole bunch of different places. Either for materials or geothermal or coal. There's one deposit of steam cores there. 2 deposits of steam cores. 5 and 10. Well, that's something I can work on researching. Let's get that researched. We can go for the generator upgrade. Increases heat yield of select fuel type. I think it's giving an alarm about the disease, which should be diminishing pretty quickly. It isn't severe, but there's nothing keeping it bad, so it should be getting better. Don't think I have any place. I do have a place to put another watchtower. Although we're having an event, let's respond to that event. This might be the event.
Steward.
Pilgrims successfully research freight docks rallies. Steward during the rallies, the pilgrims are inspired to research new ideas of their own accord. They've done the freight dock. 300 extra skyway capacity. Resource production outposts connected by skyways is significantly increased. Okay. I'm on
Our
board
researchers
implementing it.
have developed a new idea and await their next task.
They weren't intended to do that, but they did it anyway. We'll build them one of those things. Yeah, so I definitely need more people. One way or another. We continue to actively, sort of preemptively do stuff. Pilgrim's Demand Bet. Cool.
Steward.
Feel much about a Frozen Bay territory and source of food. Oh, I still have one more place I could have been exploring. I think they're telling me there's food out there. If I had more workers, I'd probably do more things, let's just say. No place in the main city to build another watchtower. Guards in other cities aren't going to help with the main tower.
Steward.
Down to minor disease. So I think I only need to get one of these two complete to advance the quest into Chapter 5 here. And then I'm going to reorder. Put steam at the top, oil second. So I got 7 surplus oil. So we can send that oil back to New London, where it's more likely to be really needed. It is the most transferable thing, though.
Always be on the lookout for generator breakdowns. If you see something, say something.
Steward.
I think this is it. Oh, this is not it. This is the warning it's about to happen. We must monitor the stalwarts to identify any conspirators. Steward, the guards have apprehended a member of the stalwarts near the council hall. Caught him loitering with no good reason to be there, said one of the guards. We found the notebook full of timetables. Pilgrims, delegates' comings and goings. He refused to explain the purpose of these notes. On the last page we have found the following scribble. The dream of warmth we lost in Winterhome must be avenged. It will condemn him. They were already pretty grumpy.
Steward. Steward.
It's about to warm up, although I think this is the last time it's going to warm up. Volunteering scouts, okay. The oil stockpile is basically full. So I can let more pile up the main location. Which I think is what we do.
The Research Institute has proposed a new idea.
Okay, we'll get that being built. I don't think I have the cores for the next level, but that was definitely worth doing. Some goods to lower workforce, sure. Placement of that might save some workforce. And if I do need to get those people to Winterhome, I need to save workforce from somewhere to ship them. You know, I probably got enough I can turn you off. There we go. That probably reminds me. Maybe not enough workforce for Winterhome, because Winterhome is... what, needs more than I can probably hold in Winterhome. Slightly different problem. So about 1,200 I can get in here. So we'll ship 1,200 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll use them probably to build another housing district. Maybe. I realized I do have one more place to explore. Let's go exploring that place. I have 17 teams. Can I fetch a team from somewhere? There we go, that's 27 teams. Off you go to the mountains. Okay, we fixed everything. We don't have the population solved, but... So that would be the thing still to fix. Is that the event?
Steward.
Dreams of Utopia. All progress laws and buildings will increase tension as long as adaptation is high. Okay.
Steward. Steward.
Yeah, so those were kind of hoping for more population growth.
An automaton has broken down and is
have-
blocking traffic. Technicians are on their way.
One in a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can use that hub to do some significant labor saving. It's our cost 50 workforce. Now it's telling me workforce requirement modifiers, not what that actually translates to. I think we go here. We're gonna get 30% off you, for example. So 30% off 1,000 is 300. So that should pay for itself. Oh, that's probably one of my larger high labor districts, if I were to guess. You would be if you were turned on. As well. Yeah, so you probably want one next to you as well. Put those two in. And we're so warm here that heating district or heating zone wouldn't actually help. Wouldn't help yet. Want to go there, game. Thank you. So, actually, I suppose here, because I just need to get the people up. I don't need to get the workers to be more efficient. I don't need to ship more people in. Okay, you're providing 35. We'll insulate you to save a bunch of fuel. In theory, it should basically be this whole district more. So 2,400, which wouldn't actually be enough. Yeah, definitely need this population growth to kick in. Last Hope Expedition. Makeshift mine. Send food. Outpost could extract a core here. Yeah. Send food. And then dried oil well. Salvage the remains. Come back later. Arrested Derek breaks the white horizon. Below the oil well lies empty. Our scouts found scrap material of a larger hangar nearby, along with blueprints illustrating how to convert a Dreadnought's coal engine to oil use of oil. Underneath the patina of ice and rust, our scouts found that the surface of the oil derrick has been almost completely scored with psalms and prayers. Okay, take those prefabs. Is that really the last exploration? Or am I missing any? Yeah, that looks like everything. So I don't need the Explore bonus. I don't need you, so we can turn you off. Master Explorer speed needed. That coal's gonna run out, but it hasn't run out yet. That might kill people, so I'm just gonna avoid it. We go for increased population growth. I don't really need increased population growth. I need a short-term solution to my short-term problem, because we basically want to complete the quest here, and then we're going to be trying to get rid of people rather than get more people. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe what's about to be happening. Okay, that frees up some workforce. I can bring the factory up to full speed. I'd like to bring the farm up to full speed, but no dice there. we'll do that. Yeah, as those teams come back, we're gonna slowly turn off our exploration, because we'll just need less. Seeing as the exploration is basically done.
Be on the lookout for generator breakdowns. If you see something, say something.
There we go. Another 300. Let's send those 300 to Winterhome. You know what? I'm just gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna trigger it. I'm just gonna send the number, and then we can send them back. More people live among us. Okay. That was kind of what I was waiting for, but I got impatient. Last attempt to get some guards before the event starts.
Steward.
There we go, that gets us to 200. Anyway, until we win the game, I think it's just going to get colder and colder and colder as the game tries to force us to win or lose. A future within reach. Well done, Steward. We're nearly there. We've shown it is possible to embrace the Frost, that this new ice age is simply a catalyst for adaptation. This future is just within our reach, but our path to this point has divided our people. Trouble brews in New London. Chart your course with care. Get yourself together, we must do it. We must. If a crop is disease, you burn the plants. If a scout is frostbite, you cut off the limb. And if a faction no longer serves the people, feed them to Winterhome for a delusional cause? Rip their future from their hands? What do we do? Exactly. Here to the people who destroyed our future. It's saving, because it's time. Chink, chink, chink. Chapter 5. A Dream of Utopia.
Evacuate the council! Secure the scene!
He's dead. He's dead.
Who let them in? Who was working with them?
Civil war is upon us. Our choice determines how we will end it. Do we banish them, seek reconciliation, or enforce order? Well, we have a radical law, so I would suspect that seeking reconciliation would be particularly hard and would probably involve removing that law. Could potentially try to go for all the bickering factions must be brought to heel. And I suspect this is, if you prepared for it, this is probably the easiest one. You could have most of the rule laws done, so you just didn't put them in the revolt, then pass the last vote. We're gonna go for the stalwarts must find a new home, but that will be in the next part. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be one more part up tomorrow from this run, unless we don't succeed on the first attempt, in which case we'll try again, and there'll be another part, and another part, and another part until we're done. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break here to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we will be back to record one more part, hopefully. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.